Welcome to BibleSharp. 13 questions, 20 seconds each. Today's topic, parables of Jesus. How sharp is your scripture knowledge? Let's find out. Question 1. In the parable of the rich fool, what did the man plan to do with his abundant harvest? A. Share it with the poor. B. Sell it immediately at market. C. Build bigger barns to store it. D. Give a tithe to the temple. The correct answer is C. Build bigger barns to store it. Luke 12:18 records the rich man deciding to tear down his barns and build bigger ones to store his grain and goods. Question 2. In the parable of the persistent widow, what did she keep asking the judge for? A. Money for her debts. B. Justice against her adversary. C. Permission to remarry. D. Protection from enemies. The correct answer is B. Justice against her adversary. Luke 18:3 shows the widow repeatedly asking the judge for justice against her adversary. Question 3. In the parable of the talents, how many talents did the master give to the first servant? A. 10. B. 5. C. 2. D. 1. The correct answer is B. 5. Matthew 25:15 says the first servant received 5 talents, the second 2, and the third 1. Question 4. In the parable of the workers in the vineyard, when were the last workers hired? A. The 3rd hour. B. The 6th hour. C. The 9th hour. D. The 11th hour. The correct answer is D. The 11th hour. Matthew 26 says the final group of workers was hired at the 11th hour. Question 5. In the parable of the hidden treasure, what did the man do after finding it? A. Told everyone about his discovery. B. Hid it again and bought the whole field. C. Gave it to the poor immediately. D. Split it with the field's owner. The correct answer is B. Hid it again and bought the whole field. Matthew 13:44 says the man hid the treasure again and, in his joy, sold all he had to buy the field. Question 6. In the parable of the sower, what happened to the seed that fell on rocky ground? A. It withered because it had no root. B. Birds ate it immediately. C. Thorns choked it out. D. It produced a 100-fold harvest. The correct answer is A. It withered because it had no root. In the parable, the seed on rocky ground sprang up quickly but withered because it had no deep root. Question 7. In the parable of the unmerciful servant, how much did the first servant owe his master? A. 100 denarii. B. 1,000 talents. C. 10,000 talents. D. 10,000 denarii. The correct answer is C. 10,000 talents. Matthew 18:24 says the servant owed 10,000 talents, an unimaginably large debt in the story. Question 8. In the parable of the 10 virgins, how many were wise? A. 3. B. 4. C. 5. D. 7. The correct answer is C. 5. Matthew 25:2 says 5 virgins were wise and 5 were foolish. Question 9. How did Jesus describe the mustard seed in his parable? A. It becomes the largest tree in the garden. B. It grows slowly but surely. C. It is very small but grows large enough for birds to nest. D. It multiplies into many plants. The correct answer is C. It is very small but grows large enough for birds to nest. Jesus described the mustard seed as very small when sown. yet growing large enough for birds to nest in its branches, showing the kingdom's surprising growth. Question 10. In the parable of the Pharisee and tax collector, where did they go to pray? A. The synagogue. B. The temple. C. The marketplace. D. Their homes. The correct answer is B. The temple. Luke 18:10 says both men went up to the temple to pray. Question 11. What did the woman mix into 3 measures of flour in Jesus' parable? A. Salt. B. Yeast. C. Honey. D. Oil. The correct answer is B. Yeast. In the parable, a woman hid yeast in 3 measures of flour until it was all leavened. Question 12. In the parable of the wedding feast, why was one guest thrown out? A. He arrived late to the feast. B. He didn't have proper wedding clothes. C. He refused to eat the food. D. He insulted the king's son. The correct answer is B. He didn't have proper wedding clothes. The guest was cast out because he was not wearing wedding clothes when the king saw him. Question 13. In the parable of the 2 sons, which son actually did what his father asked? A. The first son who initially said no. B. The second son who immediately said yes. C. Both sons equally. D. Neither son completed the task. The correct answer is A. The first son who initially said no. Matthew 21:28-31 says the first son first refused but later went, while the second said yes but did not go. How did you do? Drop your score below. If you got 13 out of 13, you are BibleSharp. Subscribe. Stay sharp. Stay in the Word.